Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here. Bringing guys and gals, Kanojo Okarishi Masu. Rent a Girlfriend, we're here, chapter 227. I'm not gonna lie everybody, this might be one of my favorite chapters. And we talked about this on the Twitch side of things. Again, link in the description box down below. You can find my Twitch. You can also find the live reaction to this particular chapter right there on Twitch. No filter or anything like that. We go through the whole chapter, which is always nice. But I just gotta say very quickly, everybody, that this chapter was really nice. And I think that if you're somebody who you like Kazuya, you like Chizuru, you want them to be happy, you care about their relationship, and you don't like Mami, then this was the chapter for you, honestly, because it was just a very rewarding chapter. And you take all the things that have taken place over time, all the questions that we may have had, where it's just like, does Chizuru actually like Kazuya? Will Kazuya actually get with Chizuru? Will Mami end up winning? Like, what is happening here? I think this chapter did a very good thing of just really showing you with very little words, but really with the act of the kiss itself. I know some people might complain saying like we wasted like what 7-8 pages on the kiss, but at the end of the day, I think this was really important. I think that for me anyway, as a reader of this, I enjoyed it. We've been waiting 226 chapters to get to this point, and it was nice to see the kiss in different angles, different detail. But the important thing behind the kiss was the emotion being shown on Chizuru's face. Like, you can see from her standpoint the fact that this is not something that she's just doing for the sake of doing it. She's not looking at just like, oh, we need to get out of things or whatever. She had passion in this kiss. You see it in the way that she's locking lips with him, the blushing, the way she's staring. I think the eyes were the best teller of this. Like, the way that she was staring at Kazuya as this happens, it shows you that she truly does love this man. She cares about him. And this is something that was probably very embarrassing for her to do in front of everybody, but it's something that she doesn't regret doing. She probably wanted to do this, but again, she had to come to grips with her own feelings, and then afterwards actually telling Kazuya. Some people might say, if she felt this way all along, well, why did she not allow Kazuya to confess? Why didn't she just tell him straight up, I care about you? For Chizuru being someone who, again, is very introverted, she's very reserved, as much as she comes off as very mature, from a relationship standpoint, like a legitimate relationship and her own feelings, she has no experience. She doesn't know what she's doing. So even if she recognized that from a long time ago, she had developed these feelings, there's a difference between developing feelings and kind of acknowledging for yourself that I kind of like someone versus taking that next step. And all the stuff that happened here, in a sense, forced Chizuru, probably prematurely before she wanted to face the reality of the situation and take that next step. So we go through the chapter, everybody. We get all the panels of the kiss, and then we get Chizuru's explanation. And Chizuru's explanation was honestly, it was very smooth, it was concise, and it was kind of something you would expect from Chizuru at this point in the story. We see how nervous she was prior to this. We saw how her brain was going all over the place. But she does what we've all, I'd argue for the most part, what we all have been asking for. She told the truth. She just told the facts of the situation. She goes over here, and I'll just read it quickly. She says, I'm sorry for all the trouble and for worrying and causing so much anxiety. When this all started, it was just a job. Kazuya-san was my client, and I was a rental girlfriend. But at every turn, I came to see Kazuya-san's kindness and his true character. Before I knew it, I realized that another part of me, deep inside, didn't see him as just a client. And then afterwards, she apologizes basically. But as you can see, nothing has changed. I genuinely am Kazuya-san's girlfriend now. Beautiful dialogue. Very beautiful dialogue. And it gets the point across. She realizes that through all of this, the two of them have made missteps. We can blame Kazuya because Kazuya, in my opinion, personally, is most to blame for the situation, followed by Chizuru. In terms of like the culpability of this whole relationship fiasco, they're both to blame. They both deserve that blame, but at the same time, for Chizuru to come out and say like, hey, we've made mistakes along the way. I've made mistakes. I went into this just looking as a client. This wasn't supposed to happen. But as time went on, this relationship that you guys saw, the way that we cared about each other, the feelings that you perceived, those weren't all lies. I genuinely felt that way. I genuinely love Kazuya. And Kazuya, as you heard from his confession about a few chapters ago, he genuinely loves me. and I am his girlfriend. That part is a fact. So that was amazing. So we got confirmation of that. There are two things in this chapter aside from like the wholesome stuff that I really love: the faces of Kazuya and then the face of Mami. I hope I put those on the thumbnail. But Kazuya's face as all this is happening, Kazuya's like looking up at the sky, and I'm just like, guys, Kazuya died. Kazuya actually is just dead. He's just like, it was funny. It was funny. Check out the chapter, everybody, if you have not already done so. Kazuya's face was literally priceless throughout the whole entire thing. And then afterwards, you have Mami at the end of the chapter. As everything's crumbling and falling apart, like everyone's shocked. But Mami has like this face and this expression where it's just like, oh shoot, what do I do? Where literally it's just like she's blushing, she's scared, she's frustrated, she's angry. And all I could think that's going through her mind is the fact that I don't know what to do here. She's probably realistically, guys, in terms of my prediction going forward, I think that Mami's done, as I said last week as well. But she might try to do one last thing to try and like throw everything off. But I think at this point, her credibility's shot. She's going to try and say some stuff and people are going to look at her. They're going to malign her. She's going to turn herself from a potentially sympathetic figure who made a mistake to now just like, you actively are trying to ruin these people. And I think the truth about Mami, what she's been planning, I do think that has to come out. Because right now, she's positioned herself where it's just like, I made a mistake and I was trying to help everybody. I think people still have to realize how bad Mami is in terms of like her intentions. And I think Kibe might be the person who goes a long way in exposing that. I don't think Chizu's going to put her business out there, but I think Kibe might turn and look at Mami if she ends up saying more stuff, and he's going to defend Kazuya. Why do I say that? Because that's the type of friend, that's the type of person Kibe's built himself up to be. He's not afraid to defend Kazuya and stand up for what he believes in. Just like, again, when he thought Kazuya was wrong and did the wrong thing, he wasn't afraid to beat down Kazuya and be like, you're better than this. So we shall see on that side. But yeah, I think all in all, things are going to work itself out. I think now, given the fact that the next chapter is called Struggle, it'll probably focus on Mami's angle of things, and also probably going back to Naogumi, and they still have to understand exactly like where's her mindset here. Because even though they've told the truth, and even though things are going to be fine in the long run, in the short term, they have to be wondering to themselves like, you still lied to us. I'm curious just to see specifically with Naogumi how she's going to react to all this. How is she going to feel? Will she forgive them right here, right now? Will she be happy and go back to normal? Will there still be some consequences because of their lie? But at the end of the day, I think they position themselves, everybody, at the point where, regardless of how the family feels about things, what really matters is Kazuya and Chizuru. If they both love each other, which they do, and the right to actually just go about being boyfriend and girlfriend, it kind of doesn't matter, in my personal opinion anyway, how the family reacts going forward. If they're genuine about their feelings and they have a legitimate relationship, while there might be some hurt feelings, eventually your family, they're going to accept you in this situation. So live your life, do your thing, you care about each other, and just go from there. That's the best way I can see this going. So that, everyone, those are my thoughts on the chapter. It's a very quick one once again, not a lot of dialogue, but super rewarding. Very, very good, and I really appreciated it. So everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below per the usual. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content, is greatly appreciated. One more random thing as well. If you guys have not already done so, Miyajima Reiji, so Reiji, the mangaka for this series, again, he has started the new manga called Shiyunji-kei. So check that out. It's really interesting. First 2 chapters are out. I posted 2 videos reacting to those as well. So check those out if you want to, but if not, still check out the manga. It's really, really interesting. I did enjoy it. And yeah, that's all I got, everybody. So with that, I'm going to end it here. We're done. I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.